Leo, hello. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another Leo Tarot reading. Leo Love Tarot reading. Leo Love reading. And as is pretty much always the case here at the Tarot Closet, Leo love messages, channeled love messages from your person, messages from their higher self. A reading where we're going into their feelings for you, their thoughts and feelings, what you might need to know or don't see coming, what's on everybody's mind or somebody in particular. Is anyone making a move? Let's take a look at the energy that is coming in, Leo. It's the Five of Cups and the Ace of Wands. It's the Five of Cups in reverse. There's an apology coming. Ace of Wands, you're in this energy, Leo, as well as Aries and Sagittarius. As you can see, Three of the Cups are knocked over. Could be recent, but it's also just a validation for me that things are not resolved. Somebody is asking for forgiveness, actually. You see the Two Cups over here to the right, you know, in this reversal energy, putting those Two of Cups in reverse. So it's a validation that this is either someone you're not talking to, no contact, no communication and or in separation, or there's just like some kind of discord going on right now. But somebody's working on coming in here with an apology. So I like that. Let's see what else is going on. This is a timeless reading, Leo. You are here when you are meant to be here. It's a general tarot reading. Always take what resonates and let the rest go. All your Leo Love Tarot readings are linked in the description below in your playlist, your Leo playlist. You'll find all 12 zodiac signs there. All signs collective readings, love readings for the collective, twin flame readings. So feel free to explore. Remember, if you hear my voice, my content altered or not, overlaid, static videos, whatever, just know that if you're not hearing my content here at the Tarot Closet on my verified channel on YouTube, it means somebody's taking it. Please keep those emails coming in with channel names. I really appreciate it. The email is linked below. If you hear my content or you suspect it's mine, please send me the channel name. You can also find the email on the About Me page. Thank you, Leo. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Let's see what else is coming through. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us what else we need to see for Leo. Please show us the cards. Aho. Oh, it's the the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Here's the thing about that. This is somebody's being stubborn about the apology. And obviously it's affecting the connection here. Two of Wands. That's what you've literally been waiting for. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody coming in here to, you could say, recover what they lost. Has there been some trust loss? I don't know what's going on at this point. I may not be privy to all the details, but I'll tell you, this Five of Pentacles in reverse, Mercury and Taurus energy, is a validation for me that somebody's coming back in here. It's somebody you've been waiting on. So whether you're not in contact or you're just not talking, you know, there's just something, some kind of discord going on. The Two of Wands here in reverse in the partnership placement, Mars and Aries energy. So delays around that. Literally, there's a lot of humility in the Knight of Pentacles. This is about the apology. Is there something more going on? Yeah, so here we go. There are commitment issues with this person. There's the Seven of Cups. Here's the King of Cups. Catty corner here with the Two of Wands around the feelings. So I like this energy of the King of Cups because it is validating that this apology that is coming in here, that somebody might just, it might just like be that it's just coming in, you know, out of nowhere, fast. You're not expecting it. that apology coming in with that Ace of Wands energy. What I like about this King of Cups energy is it's a validation for me that it is coming from, I want to say, a good place. You know, it feels sincere. But here's the thing, the Seven of Cups is where their energy is strong. So there's clearly been some kind of commitment issues going on here. And over here, kind of on the opposite end, is that Two of Wands in reverse of waiting for some kind of moves, because those are the wands, you know, and a decision, choices. You know, this is somebody who has too many choices. There's issues around it. That could be anything from other, you could say, commitments and contracts, pentacles, contracts, relationships, commitments. So it could be people, but it could also be around location, jobs. You know, somebody has a choice to make. You've literally been waiting on it. I think it's more than probably than an apology that you're waiting on. The Hangman and the Emperor are both in reverse. Yeah, that's what that is. So there is some ego here. It's been in this Hangman energy, I don't know how long, but probably too long. Pisces energy. It's been, I feel like, a really strong period of uncertainty with this person. So whether you're around them or this is a separation, it is kind of an only time will tell. But there's an energy of not taking action, of indecisiveness. Indecisiveness is actually really strong. And it is connecting with the Two of Wands in reverse, literally a choice you're waiting for them to make. And then there's the Seven of Cups. So what is it around this connection? Yeah, look. The Ten of Wands is coming in the upright, which I like because, and it's coming here with the Eight of Cups in reverse. Because although the wands are fast, 10 wands are a bit too much. It's too many wands. It's heavy. But this is also an energy of putting them down, a new cycle coming in here. And it's coming with the Eight of Cups in reverse, which is more of that energy of somebody coming back in here. This is somebody who has been in ego. The Emperor is connected to the root chakra. When someone's not grounded, you know, bad decisions, probably more so than usual, are made. Good decisions aren't. You know, choices, there's an indecisive energy. And that's just really clear of what's going on here. Six of Wands. So there is a preparation here. Six of Wands, 10 of Wands, Jupiter and Sagittarius, by the way, with the Eight of Cups in reverse, to communicate. The Six of Wands energy, this is somebody who is overcoming whatever's going on in the Five of Wands. Some obstacles, some challenges. Is it just themselves? I kind of feel like it is. It could be other things. Jupiter, and this is your energy, Leo, coming in here to get your attention. And I want to validate that if you can see each other, you know, if that's just already where you're at, or there's a possibility that they're going to be at something, I would say probably something more like a concert or a party, a movie. You know what I mean? Like being out. But regardless, either way, whether it's at a place where there's family and friends, or again, even a message coming in, it is hearing from this person. On the other end, the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the 10 of Wands. So yeah, it's the apology that's been coming in. The King of Wands, the King of Cups. Super clear. Yeah, Aries energy. We're halfway to the Emperor, which is so much what the energy is now, because the Emperor's in reverse. The King of Wands and the King of Cups. Somebody literally getting over their ego, because I think it's been going on for probably too long. Not just to come and apologize, but there's some kind of choice, decision that you've been waiting for this person to make. Oh, so it's the Knight of Cups. I thought King of Cups, and I thought, well, no, I already have the King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so it's really clear that what you're waiting on, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, by the way, is more than an apology. There is an apology in this Knight of Cups, though, I will tell you. That's just been really, really clear. Scorpio and Pluto energy. Is there something more? You know, the Knight on the move and the emotional energy, the relationship. It's connected right here to the Two of Wands of what you're waiting for. Also connected here to the King of Cups. There is an apology in here. There might be more. The Ace of Pentacles. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus energy, next level. So are you in a long-term partnership? Were you building it? Wasn't on the table? It's quite literally coming here on the table. Again, connecting with the opposite of what's been going on. I also want to validate that if you are connected to other friends or family, like if you have a shared connection, if you're seeing them, it could be very well the case that somebody else is kind of relaying some messages. Might even be via message, but this is somebody who definitely is really, I have to tell you, like trying to get over some ego, but also get some kind of courage up, you know, to make the apology. I don't know what all the reasons are. I'm not always privy to the details in terms of what exactly happened here, but that's really clear. And it hasn't been happening up to this point. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The Sun in Virgo energy. It's telling me that things are not worked out yet, which is already very clear. The Page of Swords. So yeah, whether you are in separation or there's just kind of a pause button, you know, or just some discord between someone that you're still with, whatever the case is, this Page of Swords energy is holding on to this truth and sort of watching things. You know, sometimes it can be like looking at social media. And at this point, it does feel like that, but it also feels like this is somebody who is about to apologize. The Empress is here. So we have the Empress here and we have the Emperor here. A really strong validation of the imbalance. The divine masculine energy of our Emperor, Mars and Aries energy, by the way. And the counterpart, the Empress, the divine feminine energy, Taurus. Also bringing in Libra by way of Venus. The imbalance around this person is pretty clear. It's also telling me that you're both here. And what I really like about this is it's a strong validation for me that this is a sincere apology. That it's somebody coming in emotionally open, speaking the truth. The long-term energy is here. And that would be also coming through in our Ace of Pentacles. Again, I don't know exactly what's going on here in terms of that. It's going to really be different for everybody. But what's really clear is it's not worked out. And that it does feel like it's this person, because that's the person here who's sort of making the moves, that they need to apologize. Five of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse. That's exactly what this is. So whatever's been keeping them from apologizing, I have to say what's really, really, really strong here, Leo, is ego. There could be other things, you know, in these obstacles in the Five of Wands. If this is in reverse, so this is overcoming them. And we already know that here in the Six of Wands energy. The ego is strong here. But it could be other things too within those obstacles. You know, maybe it is other people, maybe it's location, that sort of thing. And maybe there might even be other people kind of meddling in the way. Whatever it is, overcoming that energy, it's kind of like what's happening in order for the outcome, you know, the bigger picture, the Empress here in particular, actually. The Ten of Swords in reverse, that's, again, that's the apology, the Sun in Gemini. And that's the Sun energy in reverse. The thing is, the Sun doesn't stay in reverse, it's temporary. And I don't know what happened here, but it's clear that there has been some kind of Ten of Swords energy. So whether it's just discord or there's been a total separation, the person who's coming through here today wants to and is making an apology. There's also, you could, well, look, the Two of Pentacles here. There's also a choice you've been waiting for them to make. That's been really clear. the commitment issues here in the Seven of Cups. The Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this is just bowing off. Okay. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords just fell off the bottom of the deck. The Two of Wands in reverse, again, sort of like, well, you're waiting for them to make a choice. So this is an apology, but it's also why there's even an apology, because they're not making a decision. They're not making a choice. And, you know, that's going to be so specific to you. Does it have something to do with family energy? It could. The Empress, you know, can be connected to that when you think of fertility. It can be in other ways as well. But that's going to be really specific for you, what that is. If it's going exclusive, moving in, if it's something bigger like marriage, again, possibly some family energy. That also, that is what is coming through here today in this reading. I feel like what some of the discord has been about, or maybe even why you're not talking at all, whatever the case is. And it's what you've been waiting for. So an apology around that, but really the bigger issue is, are we growing? Are we moving forward? There's a lot of Gaia energy in that Empress. And of course, it's the Empress. You know, she's in charge of all 12 zodiac signs and can create and grow anything. It's clear that this is a conversation between you, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, literally. And it's one that everybody's ready to have. Gemini and Mercury energy. And as I talk about at the Tarot Closet, that Mercury energy, it's really strong around reading and writing. So it can be that this apology just kind of shows up in your inbox, SMS, social media, email. But of course, it's Mercury, and it can be around a phone call, or if you can see each other at a particular event. Maybe even a friend's house. That's really specific. But this person has been thinking about what they need to say for a while. You've been waiting for it. The Queen of Swords, Libra, ruled by Venus energy, the truth. The swords are transactional. It's communication. It's clarity in the relationship. So it's a validation, the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy of, like, everybody's here to talk. It's also telling me that, yeah, that you're both here. In this conversation, I just realized, yeah, so we're on our third king here, aren't we? This conversation, it feels like it might be a kind of a make or break energy. The bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups, the decision, the choice, the feelings between you. Venus and Cancer energy, but Leo, this deck, there's a lion here. There's a lion here. This is a validation of the feelings, the sharing of thoughts and feelings, the love that is here. Again, it's also around the decision. It's clearly more than an apology that you're waiting for. This conversation does include an apology, but I feel like it's a make or break kind of energy. And yeah, the lion, you're right here in this energy. The cups around the love, of course, the feelings. I want to bring in a little bit of Oracle. I'm not reading it in reverse. Let's see if there is any clarity, validation, new insight coming in. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us what else we need to see for Leo. Please show us the cards. Aho. Rest. What's going on with that camera? There we go. It's sort of like a Four of Swords energy for me. And again, that can be that some of you are separated, but it can also, it's going to be specific for you. It can also be like that there is a pause button, or there's just, this hasn't been resolved yet. And that is actually really clear magic. This is bringing in, that camera is just being so funny. It's connecting me right to the Magician, Gemini and Virgo. Somebody getting focused and, well, yeah, making a move. As above, so below. It's also bringing in the World card. Look, there's a little Earth here in that. And that is a completion energy before you move on to the Fool energy. You know, and it's just finishing what needs to be finished before you can move on kind of energy. And this just conversation really has to happen. Things have been, in this connection here, again, wherever you're at with this person, it's just really clear that this is not resolved and it's unclear where things are going. Leo, look, it's the Strength card. It's coming here with abundance. It's sort of like there's two things going on. This person, it's really strong for me in getting, not just the courage, but getting over their ego. It's heading right for abundance. It's like if you can make this, let me just try, there we go. You can make this apology. The abundance energy is also connecting with the Empress. Then, yeah, there's clearly potential here. That's the other thing with this magic energy. The Magician, a new start, the potential. The Magician has access to all the elements, water, air, earth, and fire. Not the leader like the Empress, but has access to everything and can alchemize the situation. And honestly, at this point, it's just really clear that there's love here. But there's a wait, not just for the apology, a wait for somebody to make a decision. So whether it's literally to take it to marriage or family energy, there's possibly some kind of moving energy here, like a relocation or moving away from something or someone in the World card, because that's also in the Two of Wands in reverse in the delay. It's sort of like if you can get through this, the outcome is really nice. It's heading right here for abundance. And this bird in particular is singing, and there are musical notes, and that's, for me, that's a sign of, it connects me to somebody who wants to make harmony, who wants to make peace. And that's literally what's happening here as the lion is moving toward that energy. The Strength card, your energy, Leo. Source, there's the Sun, the potential outcome. And it really does connect with that Sun energy, of course, you, Leo, because that's a new cycle and that's a chance for things to grow and work out. And that Sun is in reverse in the Ten of Swords. You know, that's like, this is what you've been waiting for. Obviously, it could be that there's another Leo here, but that's neither here nor there for me. That's so telling. It's the Courage card, which has also been really strong here. There's the Strength card. Here's the King of Wands. Getting over ego, pride, maybe the fear, if there's a fear of next level commitment, which I think has been here, which can include for some of you, again, traveling or other pentacles, you could say. This is also connecting me with the Hangman, which is here, which is in reverse. This is uprighting that energy. What I like about that is when you get out of the Hanged Man energy and you get the clarity connected to the crown chakra, you move into the Death card, which is a good place to be because that's where things change. And it's also where somebody gets over the ego, the death of the ego. The bottom of the deck is the Soulmate card. There we go. Seeing you as a soulmate. The soulmate energy is already here in the Two of Cups, so really this is just a validation for me. I want to bring in some channeled love messages from your person, messages from your higher self, Leo. No one compares to you. Oh my gosh, I want to return, but I'm a big chicken. So for some of you, that's literal in terms of maybe a separation, but for a lot of you, it's also just making the first step, taking the first step, making the first move, getting out of their ego and apologizing. We were meant to meet, Leo. It's a fated energy. Are you thinking of me? I want to hear your voice. So that's a very specific message. Soul connection. Realizing it, understanding it. There we go. The bottom of the deck, this is eating me up inside. This is a really sincere apology, so somebody really wants to make it. I stay awake thinking of you, connecting with are you thinking of me? I miss you. Do you miss me the way that I miss you? You're my person. Let's bring in some love notes. I miss you. So is somebody answering, or is that a validation? We were meant to meet is here again. So I think there's some telepathic energy going on here, because that's a really strong energy in the Two of Cups. It's a synergy, you know, sharing of thoughts and feelings, because there's like a call and response going on here. I've never felt like this. You are my soulmate energy. So there's more of the apology. That camera's going to make me nuts. I don't think you missed very much, but just in case. You know, because I get really hyper-focused on the energy. So I've never felt like this came in, and I put it on the soulmate energy. The response to I miss you, I miss you. And here with where we were meant to meet, both saying it, we were destined to meet. I was about to read this. You inspire a love in me I never knew. I love you. I saw someone who looked like you. So that's really specific. In particular, if you're not in contact at all, you know, I don't think it's going to be for everybody. Do you think of me too? These are connected. I stare into your eyes in photos. It's like Nine of Swords, being awake, Six of Cups, you know, looking at their phone, maybe their computer. Last channeled love message from your person, message from their higher self, Leo. Come on, camera. I think of you all the time. Beautiful Leo, that is your reading today. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I really appreciate it. I'm sending you love and light and hoping for the best outcome. Until next time.